kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. Bringing it out, it's Bell. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down.
The 16.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the single back takes the handoff. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Boy, nice call here to start this national championship game off with a physical run. I think this offensive line has been a strength all year long, and here they get this game started the right way.
Powers through. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And, boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs. In a national championship game, you can't do a better job than setting the tone immediately.
Look, it's the biggest game of the year, so you got to bring your best. An opening drive, the offense right there just did that. That's how you get this thing started.
Now the important point after attempt. And it's 7-0 after the BAT. Now they get set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jackson. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. And the returner will be brought down. First down here for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. There's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers, but he stopped short of the first down.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And it's picked off in the end zone. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he's going to fire this one deep down the middle. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Georgia. Just ran away from the defense.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets moved.
And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
This is good pressure by the defense. It just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? And it's intercepted.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down after that previous play. Ball handed off. He's swarmed by the defense. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Back to throw. It's back. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Looking for his big tight end. It's caught downfield. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Dogs are in the red zone now. Second down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback escapes the pocket. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. To throw, it's back. Makes a quick grab. The tackle is made. The offense is now set up with the first and goal from the 8.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
First and goal, handoff. And that run produces a decent gain.
You know, where the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line, you love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it, because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, just across the goal line.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The field goal is good. And they add to their lead. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And it's a squib kick taken by one of the up men. He's tackled at the 34 after a decent kick return there. One more play before they head to the locker room. First down, looking to throw the football. Quarterback leaves the pocket, on the move now. He's got a receiver wide open here. Great effort there to get points before halftime, but they stop him short of the goal line. The Dogs will kick this deep to begin the second half. Bringing it out, it's Jackson. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Looking to throw. It's Milroe. Defense is coming after him. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
Well, I thought we'd see this tight end all game long within this game plan, but that's just his second catch of the game. The defense has done a nice job of being able to recognize where he is and take him out of this plan.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Grab behind the line, it's Haynes. And he will make the first down, tackled at the 26.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. He's got it for a big gain. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
The offense is fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again. A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. That's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. The pass rush closing in. And he's taken down way behind the line. It'll be a huge loss here.
Boy, great job here by this defensive lineman from Georgia using his hands and his speed to close in on the quarterback and come up with this sack. And they've had some great ones over the years, Chris, as you know, starting with our guy, David Pollack, who had as good a career in his time in Athens as anybody who's ever put on that uniform. Richard Seymour, a brilliant career with the Patriots, but it all started in Athens. Jalen Carter, just an enforcer up front. And I even throw in Geno Atkins, who had a great career in the interior of that Georgia defensive line.
So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. The attempt is no good. The deficit remains 17 points off the miss.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Takes the handoff. It's Frazier. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. They'll run it to the right side. Breaking free at midfield. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Inside the 30 now. Tackle made after a big gain.
I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. They finally corral him at the 1.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And they'll use the ground game here. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
They'll try to run it for the first down. Picks up a gain here. They'll stop him just a few inches short of the first down marker.
Well, this guy did everything that he could to try to get to that first down marker. It looks like he's just going to be inches short, and it's decision time for the offensive coordinator and head coach.
So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. Field goal is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Chris, they get the 3 points, but looking back at it, 4th inches. Pretty conservative call there. I really thought they would have gone for it.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. This thing is so out of hand. All you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. Punt near the sideline. It's Haynes. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
The back catches it on this play. To me, he almost looks like a wide receiver on the design. A little toe tap at the end. He's definitely been practicing that technique during practice.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down. See if the offense can move the chains with that incompletion. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Going to try to use his legs here. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
And he lofts it toward the left sideline. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Going the other way. Can they stop him? And they bring him down. Great play by the defense, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the play stands. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Took contact on the throw. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
And the offense will take a timeout here. 13 seconds remaining. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Looking downfield, it's Beck. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock. The Dogs come to the line to run the hurry-up. He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Looking for the wideout. Oh, that one's picked off. Can he take it all the way? And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done it.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And he drops back in the gun. He's escaping the pocket now. Going to scramble now. The tackle is made, and now it's official. We have our national champions. Well, this head coach told us we've prepared well. We're ready. I'd be shocked if he didn't go out and play well. And he had a good read on his team. That's a big win.
This team was incredibly well prepared, and schematically, I liked a lot of the things that they did to counter how the defense was attacking them. Sometimes games can be won and lost thanks to a good game plan, and we saw how it made a big difference today.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.